Hello everyone and welcome back to iRacing, where today I've taken on the challenge of F4 at Road Atlanta, where the track gives us many overtaking opportunities with its heavy braking zones in multiple areas of the track, as well as its high speed corners, which generally cause a lot of chaos. With a group of around 23 cars, quick, heaps of downforce, roaring around the track, anything can happen. I took part in 2 races this week. The first, I'm about to show you some great battles I had, as here is the first clip. You can see we're right up behind him and we're going down the inside in the first corner. This is going to show you just how high speed this track really is, and the battles you can really have at this track are incredible, as this battle with this driver went on for laps, as that's the first clip there of my overtake on him. Then the second clip, the lap straight after that, he's got to run on us. We've got another car behind as well looking for the position. We're going side by side into this blind corner, keeping it too wide, but luckily for me I managed to hold on to it. But that there just shows what this track is really like. Now we have the qualifying grid. I've managed to qualify 7th. This only shows 12, but there's a lot more. But I've managed to qualify 7th, an I rating of 1576. Strength of field is 1385, and we are in a pack with many cars just around the same I rating. But now, as the lights come up, we're preparing to go on green. And there it is, the lights are out and away we go. We have a pretty decent start to the cars behind. They are falling behind rapidly as the Ferrari on our left there almost looks for an opportunity to get through. We're going to shape to the inside. Not so much looking for an overtake, but more just for protection to not let any cars dive down our inside. But we've managed to hold off. We're at a similar position. We haven't lost any, but there is a car off to the left, spinning, almost coming back on track. The Ferrari has to avoid, and in the end does give us a bit of damage on our front wing, I believe. And that has slowed us down a little bit, trying to avoid that Ferrari. But yep, there is the confirmation. We do have front wing damage, unluckily. Although at the moment it does not feel like it's doing too much. But later it will come to bite me on the straights. But for now, all we've got to focus is on the car right to our left there. Looking for a move around the outside, but backing out in the end as he knows there's no way around the outside. It's very, very hard. But up 3 cars ahead, there is one with incredible ping. And he is all over the place. You can see 2 wheels on the grass there. I'm pretty sure he was on the grass on the exit of that corner as well. But yeah, ping drivers on this track do not mix well, as the track is already hard enough in itself, and then with drivers with heaps of ping, yeah, it just doesn't get better. But here is the first, well not the first, but one of the major heavy braking zones. As we can see, the car ahead has a major moment there. He's almost completely sideways, as well as us going incredibly deep. But now we do maybe have a run on the Ferrari in front. Hopefully we can get him into turn 1, but turn 1 is a sketchy place for overtaking. So I'm going to stick behind him. I shape to the inside, and I kind of go for the move, but I don't really go for the move. I'm super slow, and I don't really attempt any kind of dive. But that there has put us right off the pace, and the car is now closing up behind, as Ferrari in front does go a bit wide at that blind corner. But now we've got to try and hunt him down, and also try and keep the car behind. But at the moment, we're in a decent position. We are, what's that, P6 I believe. So we're not in a bad position, and I'm gaining I rating, which is all that matters. But anyway, here's the replay of what happened on the first lap. It looked like he was going to hit the rear of the car in front, so he slammed on the brakes, ended up locking up, and that was that. But here we are on lap 4, where the Ferrari in front has a massive crash into the wall. He just completely loses it into that quick corner, launches in the air, and hits the tyre wall. But now we are back onto lap 9 from my POV. We have another red car right behind us. We're in P4, so we're sitting quite high now in the top 5, doing well. I've kept a consistent pace, not that it's a very quick pace. As you can see, the Ferrari there, the older liveried Ferrari, comes flying out of that corner, as I'm terrible through there. I never get a good run. He gets us down the inside, and we are going to let him by, as there's nothing much else we can do there. But now we follow him through. But as I was saying before, I've done some consistent lap times, but they're not the quickest. My personal best, I believe, is a 20.9, 20.8. So yeah, not the greatest. But now back to the action. We are on the back straight. We've got an incredible run on the Ferrari, with whose driver I cannot pronounce his name off, so I'm not going to even try. We're just going to call him Ferrari for now. As we send it down the inside, he's going to try and hold it around the outside. We have to keep it super tight, and that is what's going to let him hold on to that position and give us a bad run. which is going to allow him to peel off and go off into the distance from here on out, I believe. Now we are on to lap 11, and you can see the Ferrari is still ahead, but now we have this car coming up behind us, Schultz. He is flying behind us, and we are going to have an absolute battle with him throughout this whole race. We're going to try and hold it down the inside. He is going to also try to hold it. He's still got the inside, but in the end he does back out into the second half of that chicane, and we managed to hold on, as he is now being pushed back into the arms of the other car, Dylan. It's going to become a 3-horse race as we head down, starting lap 12 on the main straight. We're going to have to try fend them off, but here is the replay of that attempted overtake by Schultz there. You can see he has an incredible run on us. He goes for it. He's ahead of us too, but we kind of send it and brake late, and we manage to hold on to it as he has to back out into the second half of that chicane. And then he gets pushed back into the arms of Dylan behind. But now we are on to the next lap. We can see a little bit of contact behind, so this is what's happened behind us now. Just going to show you so you know what happened to Dylan. And yeah, he's just a little mistake there. I think maybe Schultz didn't have to give him room, but yeah, now it's too late now. But now we have to worry about Schultz as he is looking for a move around us. We are going to be fighting him to the end of this race, and he is piling on the pressure now as we come around the final corner onto the main straight. We have held him off for the second time now, and that is the second of many. As you can see, we're on to the next lap, and he is absolutely flying with slipstream. There's nothing we can do. We pull to the inside. He's got in front of us, and yeah, I don't think so, but we're going to dive down the inside. And we are incredibly good on the brakes, and that has allowed us to get back in front. And this fight is going to continue, as we now get the white flag. So we're coming around the final corner for the final lap of the race, where all I have to do now is hold Schultz behind for one final lap. 1 minute and 20 seconds. That's all that I'm asking for from myself. And we are going to have our work cut out to do this. As you can see him, he's weaving behind us, looking for a way past, taking the racing line expertly. But now we've got a decent corner there. We've got a good little gap behind us now, a little buffer point. And he is going to give us everything, as we are terrible through this corner. We know we are. You can see the gains he gets through there, and he has a slipstream now even. So I am going to go a bit defensive here into this corner. He has no way around the outside. He has to back out, and that is also going to give us a decent run into this corner, where all I have to do is get it clean, no wheel spin, and then on the straight, hopefully having a good enough run to keep him behind for a little while longer. But the straight is so long, he's going to have heaps of slipstream. But I make the mistake of moving to the right too late to try and break the slipstream. But because I did it too late, he has now got the inside line, so I'm going to have my work cut out to try and defend this, because I have to. It's the final lap, final major corner, and it looks like I've done it. I've got him around the outside, but I've taken it a little bit too deep. So he's going to have to run out of the corner, and then we're going to be side by side. I'm going to try hold it down the inside, but he's going to just get in front for the final corner. And I have just run out of time to make any attempt to get it back. So here is a replay then of that final chance. You can see he gets into the slipstream. I moved to the right a bit too late, and that was an incredibly bad mistake. And that has just allowed him to pull up alongside me, and then down this straight, make the move into the chicane. You can see I do get ahead of him. I do well. We keep it nice and clean, but I just go too deep, and that allows him to get a better run, better exit, and he just flies by on the exit of that corner. Unlucky for me, but it is what it is. We both agreed it was an incredible race afterwards. We had a bit of a message a little bit, and yeah, we both agreed it was a great race. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this race. I know I haven't uploaded for a while, so I wanted to get this one out, and it was delayed a little bit, which is a bit annoying, but yeah. So please go down below, like, subscribe so don't miss any more videos, and I do have a new series coming, so keep a lookout for that.